Hello, you've chosen the gameplay explanation for Expeditions in Thea the Awakening. I'm going to cover the basics of starting an expedition, then go over how to move an expedition and how to begin gathering with an expedition. To begin, let's look at our village. It currently has 14 villagers in it. I'm going to select the village and bring up the UI, and then choose the new expedition. From here, I can add villagers to my expedition. I can do that by dragging and dropping them into the expedition window, or by holding the Shift key and adding them that way. I'm going to add 7 people to my expedition. If I'd like to look at their equipment, I can click on this tab and see what they are carrying. I can also scroll through them using these arrow keys just around their names. This way I can see if I need to equip any of them before we go. Never leave with an expedition without providing food and fuel for your villagers. I'm going to use some basic wood, and I'll add about 25 turns worth. I'm also going to give them some food. First, bird meat. And then also fish. It's a good idea to provide more than one food type for your expedition, if at all possible. This will provide them bonuses while they are out exploring the wilds. Once you have that finished, you want to create your expedition. It will appear on the same tile as your village. Clicking on them will bring up the UI, and then you can choose the move button here, or right click to have them move. I'm going to move them to this hex. On this hex, I can find exotic fruit, and then in an adjacent hex, seaweed. Both of these are useful for baking recipes. I'm going to choose my expedition and click on this camp button. This will establish a camp. From here, I can assign my villagers to gather resources. On the right, you can see I have one source of exotic fruit and one source of seaweed. By clicking on the gather button, I can begin assigning my villagers. And I can do this by dragging and dropping, or by holding the Shift key and left mouse clicking. This will assign them to the first available slot. Once I have all my villagers assigned, I can close the window and pass the turn. This will begin their gathering process. One thing you should note, that as you add more villagers, their total progress becomes higher. This means they will gather these resources more quickly. Thank you for watching this gameplay explanation. We hope you enjoy Thea the Awakening.